Yeah, again Docker, sorry, and again the Galaxy, but this project combined, I think, the three biggest projects of the last years, at least in my opinion. So IPython for literate programming, Docker for reproducible and achievable containers, and Galaxy as overall workflow environment visualization platform. You probably already know that Galaxy is able to run Docker containers as dependencies since 1 year. And you probably also know that we have a rich system of visualization. So we have WebGL bindings to actually show 3D structures, plotting stuff, and so on. What is somehow limiting in Galaxy, or was limiting, is we have different ways of interact with data. We have different ways to work with data. So what was kind of missing is a flexible, extensible, and interactive way to interact with your data with Galaxy. Galaxy offers you tools, visualizations, yes, but we as programmers probably want to have a way to tweak it in a very, very detailed way. So we are used to this exploratory research. We want this kind of freedom. And what we did is we integrated, or we invented, a concept of an interactive environment. What happens is that the user can request an interactive environment, EE called. In Galaxy, we will spin up a Docker container with your predefined interactive environment. This will be displayed in Galaxy. It will interact via a proxy with your Galaxy instance. You can access your history data and only your history data. So it talks about with the Galaxy API. And then you can really tweak your data as you want. So what we did, we integrated IPython in Galaxy. So you can now insert your favorite Python packages, your favorite R packages, Perl packages. You can even access the shell and run SAM tools in your container. It's everything, it's isolated from the rest of the system. You can import and export data from your history. So if you have done your analysis, you have plotted your results, you can put it back into your history. You can save your notebook, and then you really have everything, code, data stored in the history. You can reload a notebook, and then you can just start all over and fix your code or share your code. Because it's a Galaxy data object, you can share it, you can upload it, it can be part of a workflow, hopefully soon. Yes, the power of interactive environment. Just to give you a short introduction, we have included RStudio as well. So if you are more familiar with RStudio, not with IPython, go with RStudio. We have a Web Apollo integrated for genome annotation. Yes. Yeah. That's the concept of interactive environments. And all this now is kind of, I mean, the keynote yesterday said, Galaxy is complicated to install and to maintain. Okay, maybe. I think it's probably easier than most of the other systems. But what we have done in this project is we integrated a complete Galaxy installation in a Docker container. So what we actually did is you have now the Galaxy source code with a web server running. We included the FTP server, Galaxy reports, an own scheduler that you can bind to an outside scheduler. Everything in one container. We offer you scripts to install automatically tools, Bio.js visualization. For administrators, you have a supervisor web app which you can start and stop daemons. And all this in one container. So literally you do Docker run and pull up your containers. On top of this, because Docker has these layered file systems, you can now create Galaxy flavors. So this is the main Galaxy Docker image, and now you can put different flavors on top of it. In the sense, you just install different tools. So we offer you different flavors with chemical toolbox for cheminformatics, Galaxy P, so if you are proteomics or imaging, you get different flavors from us with just a specialized set of tools and visualizations. And IPython as well. So you can run IPython in this installation and RStudio if you want. Just a few examples of a few flavors we offer. It's really easy to install, though. This is a Docker file. You need to install the Blast suites, a Bio.js visualization, and different other tools that may be interesting for you. Essentially, you just specify the triplet of toolshed, user, and repo, and then you can push it to GitHub. It can be built on Docker Hub, and you just run the command docker run my favorite flavor, and it will spin up a complete production-ready Galaxy instance. Yeah, what are the results? We have a reproducible training instance now. Currently, we have the problem that the training material is not bound to the latest version. Now you can pinpoint a Galaxy instance with training material, with Galaxy pages, with example data. You can just freeze it and offer it. We have a better isolation between Galaxy and the OS, and everyone can self-assembly now a Galaxy instance. Actually, we are planning to have a web app which you can just drag and drop the tools and workflows and data managers together, hit a button, and the Docker container will be built. Just to give you a small example, this is just one user of this Docker container. It's now used in sensitive data research in the Elixir project. So they actually just use a container, not with a web frontend, just put it to the data, so move the software to the data, spin the container up, make the calculation, extract the results, and delete everything else.
30 seconds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just a short vision or our commitment. So we try to do these Galaxy Docker images on a regular basis. So we try to make regular releases and link with the Galaxy project. We want to integrate that more tightly into the toolshed, that you can visit the toolshed and click together your repositories. Yeah, overall, easier container management would be good. I mean, maybe you know of Keythematic. If you have Keythematic, you don't need to type in Docker run. You just have this GUI. You search for your favorite Galaxy flavor, spin it up, and it will run. Yeah, and bundling with training material would be nice. Okay, that's it. Thanks for all our collaborators on this project. So we got a lot of pull requests. You are invited to contribute. Thanks.
Thank you.